Good luck.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Game Addicts podcast, episode 34. Yeah. Moving right along. This is the show where we talk about the modern retro video games that we play and collect. I am your host, Brando, and along with me, of course, is this podcast player too, Mike.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I haven't seen you for a little bit.
About 3 hours.
See, I don't always count that because it's always just kind of in passing, and it's like you can't stick around or talk. But like like the last time we actually sat down and talked, it was Sunday. We had a nice cookout. It was great.
Yes.
We had some podcast family members from up north come down.
Mm-hmm.
Nate from Journey to Comics, and of course Nate Veronica from Foodies, and then Sarah tagged along as well. We had some great barbecue. If I do say so myself, it was delicious.
It was delicious.
How did that heat up? Was that good? Like reheated?
Yeah, it's great because when I heat it up in the pilot room, the whole pilot room smells like barbecue. And people are like, I really want barbecue.
It smelled good, didn't it?
It smells good.
Oh man, just add a little bit of water to that.
I haven't yet, and I haven't had a problem with that.
Yeah, man. See, when I do it, I add just a little bit of water in there, and when you reheat it and like a little bit of the fat is in there, it just like makes it just like I think last night when I reheated it, I might have added a little too much, but what to do? Today, guys, we're going to be talking about E3. It's right around the corner. And how we kind of record now, as I've mentioned before, if you've been watching, we kind of do it like a week out if we can, just to stay ahead of the game, I guess. I mean, unfortunately for late breaking news, that sucks. But when I realized it and I was like trying to find something for us to talk about this week, I'm like, holy crap, when this comes out, E3's like
it's there.
Like it's this coming Sunday if you're from the day that you're actually watching this. But for us, it's like a week and a half away, and I'm like, holy crap, we need to just talk about it. We need to kind of look at what's coming ahead and think about what is kind of going on. But off the top of my head, before we start that, I saw a news tidbit, and I believe it was yesterday or sometime this week. Sony announced the end of production for the PS3.
Yes,
it is done.
Yep,
completely done. And in my gut, I feel like the Vita is right around the corner.
Yes,
so
I can almost guarantee that.
If you want Vitas, go and grab them. Trust me, they're one of the best handhelds you'll ever play. And there's a great selection of games, despite what you cannot find in stores. If you look into it, if you look into it, you'll find some great games. You'll find some great RPGs, and you'll find some great action games as well. Mm-hmm. The Jak and Daxter series, the Uncharted game that's on there. Some good racers are on there as well. Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Yes.
I got that on PS Plus a while back. That is an amazing kart racer, very Diddy Kong-esque. And then, of course, I want to get a PS3. I want like a backup system, just like I want a backup 360.
Right.
And it's just like, I don't have the money to go get that. And when I do get money, I want to spend it on like other stuff.
Right.
The other news that I have is I have a pickup.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And it's on here. Yeah, it's on my phone.
What did you buy on your phone?
Well, I didn't buy it because it was free. What's that app called?
Gameye.
So I saw a YouTube video just yesterday as we were recording this. So it was on the May 30th. Mm-hmm. Where's it? 31st. May 31st.
31st.
Shout out to Gamester81 who shot this video. And what that is a cataloging app for you to be able to catalog your games.
Is it available for?
Yes.
Oh, yep. Here it comes.
Now check this out, Mike. Watch this. So you boot it up, right? Mm-hmm. If you go into Encyclopedia and you search, I'm on PS1 right now.
Right.
So I'm gonna go to Let's go all the way down here. Let's look up our good old friend Lunar. Did you ever play Lunar?
No.
No. I
want it.
I own Lunar. Lunar Silver Star Story, of course, is a port of the Sega CD. Here I am in the L's right now. And if I go to Collector's Edition, what does it tell you? It is loose, $40. Complete, $60. It gathers prices from price charting Amazon, eBay. And you can click how much you've played of it. If you played it, if you add it, okay, so look, if you click on it and I go to, okay, no, I do apologize. You have to click add down here.
Right.
What does it say? Manually select barcode scanner, Gameye loose cart scanner.
Nuh-uh.
All right, so.
Hold on. I got to get this right now.
All right, while you're doing that, I'll just talk. This app is pretty new, and then from what I understand, it's being developed by one guy. I don't know if that is absolutely true. So if there's a big, maybe there's more people working on this. It does say devs. So, but apparently this one guy approached
Harrison?
the Gamester. That is it right there. I actually downloaded it on Caitlin's phone last night to make sure that it was on there and it worked the exact same way. And there's a few differences based on from Android to iPhone as far as like how it works, just a little bit. And also, since this is still new, it's not perfect, and it's gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait to download the online game database because right now this is searching over 40,000 games they have on the database. It's not 100% perfect yet. So
because I've been looking for one.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I brought this up.
Freaking the iPhones is just.
Yeah, you don't really get much of a, and for what you do find, you have to pay for.
They have images in too. That's cool.
Yes. So basically, what they have on here, not every single game has the prices on here yet. I've noticed, not every one, because I noticed like on Mega Man, it was missing a few, and so it's still pretty early, still brand new. There's still going to be more updates to it. But holy crap. Okay, so PS1 game shown, 1,960.
How many are there actual?
Of PS1 games?
Yeah.
Let's go look.
Since I'm doing this.
Let's go look and see how many PS1 games.
Is that does that also include Japanese or?
It does, yeah.
It does?
It does include the full library.
That's going to be huge.
How many?
One guy's doing this?
See, that's where it said contact devs. There might be a group of them. How many unique? Okay, so let's just look and see how many North American titles there are. Wikipedia says 2,418, but they're not. That person's not sure. This is just so. This isn't like an official thing. This is just a message board.
Yeah. It's just not an official.
This is from somebody who said they came up with 1,299, but not sure if they're missing them or region exclusives. But anyway, so it has quite a few on there for there to be 1960.
Right. So we know that the 12 one is incorrect if he's already rocking 19.
All right, so I'm trying to, come on, filter. So for my encyclopedia, I'm going to clear the platform options. I'm going to go to a specific console, and it comes up with ColecoVision, Coleco Telstar Arcade, Fairchild, Intellivision,
holy crap.
Odyssey 1, Odyssey 2, Ataris, all of them, Vectrex, Famicom, and Nintendo, SNES, 64, GameCube, Wii U, Switch, Sega SG-1000, Master System, Genesis, Sega CD, 32X, Saturn, Dreamcast, Sega Pico, there you go,
Pico,
Neo Geo, and CD, you have PC, TurboGrafx, and the Turbo CD, Philips CDI, all the PlayStations, all the Xboxes,
3DO.
Well, I don't even know what the new one is, the Bally, Astrocade, Casio, Emerson Arcadia, the Amiga, and a bunch of other stuff I don't even know. So,
wow.
Check this. Okay, so I got some games here, right?
Okay.
And what we're going to do is that we are going to go and we're going to add a game to our collection. So we're going to go to manually select. And let's go ahead and look up Legend of Dragoon, okay?
Okay.
So Legend, if I can type, which I cannot, of Dragoon. There it is right there. Click on it. You click Add Game. It'll tell you, hey, there's a 15 loose, complete 19 new 60.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have in here? We have the game, we have the manual, and the box. So we click Game, Manual, Box, and then you get a rate what condition it's in.
Ooh.
I do believe that the iPhone will do up to 10 stars. The Android only goes up to 5. But then, all right, so then you can put other notes about the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, for example, one thing I noticed that this doesn't have is it doesn't have the DualShock version of Resident Evil 2, just the original.
Okay.
So I selected Resident Evil 2 twice, Nate just tried calling me
He said,
on
oops.
Messenger.
I see the message.
That would have been hilarious because I actually would have answered it on the air. But
Should have.
anyway, I just scanned Resident Evil 2 twice, and down there I wrote DualShock version, and I wrote that I didn't have the manual because I don't have the manual for that version.
Right.
And I have like the greatest hits of one disc and one of the other, so it's kind of really weird. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna dismiss this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna get out of that altogether, and I'm gonna click on this, and I'm gonna go to barcode scanner. Now this has worked, I would say 75% of the time. A couple times it hasn't worked. So what you do is that you line it up, and you tap in the box. Boom. Legend of Groot. It found it.
What?
Game, manual, box. Nice catch.
Yeah.
And so there it is right there. It doesn't signify green label, black label.
I was going to say.
So there's.
Let's try Metroid.
Well, here's the thing. For that, we have the Gameye loose cart scanner. Now, this has been hit and miss for me.
Okay.
My Metroid did work, though. That's why I wanted it. So you line it up, and you have to line it up with the green. Tap the green, and something came up. What came up? Power Strike 2. Nope, that's not it. Let's try again. Which one came up this time? Oh, wait. I totally messed up. You know why? Down here, you have to select what system you're scanning.
Yeah.
And guess what? They have Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Gear, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Atari Lynx, and TurboGrafx.
So we still have some...
So we need to go to original Game Boy because I was on the Game Gear. Now we're going to line this up. Boom. It got one. What does it think it is? Adventures of Lolo. Sorry. As I said, this is a new cool feature, but so far I've got it to work some of the time. My Metroid did work. Okay, I got another hit. What was it? Metroid 2, Return of Samus.
Nice.
Loose 14, complete 55, new 350. Now,
What?
yeah, right? My Super Nintendo one, I got none of them worked. Absolutely none of them. My Super Nintendo, Game Gear, and Genesis would not work at all. So we're going to try yours. We have Super Mario All-Stars with Super Mario World.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to line it up. Looks like it's picking it up better than what it was picking up any of my games yesterday. I've got something in there. Oh, nope, it came up with SimCity.
2000.
Nope, you're wrong.
This is definitely the wrong picture.
Well, like, when you take a picture of it, it shows the picture of your cart.
Right.
The ignition factor. We'll try one more time before moving to the NES, because my NES one did work.
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Hold on. I've got it. There it is. What did it come up with? Puzzle Bobble. Nope. So it's like, so what were you thinking?
I was thinking, let me see.
Trying to line that up. Then you have to tap the green. Try to hold her still. And in focus. There it is. It came up with something. What does it come up with?
RoboCop 3. So that's not a perfect system there.
Not yet, but again, this is still pretty new. I mean,
Right.
This is a great idea.
Yes.
So for the NES,
We have The Legend of Zelda.
we have The Legend of Zelda here.
Gold cart.
And it comes up with Head-On Soccer.
Negative, sir.
Negative. My Final Fantasy did work. I just tried this out last night.
You always try Turtles.
Sonic Blast Man. Wait,
What? Are you on the right system?
no.
That would be why.
I was on Super Nintendo, though.
I didn't know that was on.
I don't even know what that is. Here's NES now. Come on. What you got? What you got? All Pro Basketball. Sorry, pal.
Not it.
Not it. But one thing why I also like why I wanted to introduce this to you is not the iffy functionality of the cartridge scanner.
It's about the prices.
It is both a collection marker for you to be able to figure out going, do I own this game? Oh, and all you got to do is that when you open it, it opens up to your collection. It also, if you go in here, collection report, my value. I have 31 games scanned. It tells you your estimated overall value.
Oh, only 31 games?
Well, okay, because I did one per system.
I got it. But I'm saying that for the price that it has for it.
Like, I only did 31 games. I did one per system. Besides PS1, I ended up doing all the PS1 games that I had sitting out.
It also has a wish list.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you click on it, like, okay, for example, I have 3DS, right? Mm-hmm. 3DS approximate value of my 3DS collection, 1 out of 465, is $24.64. Click on it. It is Dragon Quest VIII,
right,
which I have complete in box, and right now that is running for about $25. You can also write down, after it's in your collection, what you paid for it, and then whether or not it's a digital copy or not.
And it'll update it?
Yeah.
That would be good, because then you could start getting more realistic prices in your region.
For example, I paid, I got this on Amazon pre-order.
Right, so you got the 20% off.
I think I got it for $32.
Right.
So we'll put $32 in there. Done. It is not a digital copy. It's in perfect condition. Also, please note that if you do not say that it has a manual, it will not count it as complete in box. That is because so many old school games, that is considered complete. The newer games that don't come with manuals, well, it doesn't list it as that, and it'll just, like, a lot of the times that, like, the price between complete in box and loose, those prices aren't as drastic as they are for cartridges or some of the older games.
See, like that. What I pulled up is .hack fragment.
Yeah.
And
it's not showing.
It says question marks for the prices, which is not. That's understandable because it's a very hard game to find. So,
well, again,
I believe that the last time I looked up the price of fragment, it was over $200.
So
let's look and see, because I think I have infection
right here. So it was right
there.
Hack fragment.
No, you gotta put the hashes in and all that crap.
Oh crap!
Just put in .hack.
It's got to be super difficult in the damn name. All right, so it was which one?
Fragment.
Infection, mutation, outbreak, quarantine, rebirth, redemption, reminisce. It's not on there. Well,
let's look on eBay.
I don't know. But anyway, I thought that app was just really super cool.
Yeah.
And I use RF generation.
Right.
For mine, and which I like, and it also has a barcode scanner. You do have to set it up on the website first, though. That's a downside, and you can't add any.
Oh wow, that's nothing. It's a Japanese import for 14. What was the one I was thinking of? Yeah, see, it's a Japanese. This might be why it's not coming up on yours.
That could be, but anyway, for wish list, on the app, you can't. On the RF generation. You can't add games, like you have to manually search the games to add them to your wish list. But for me, what I did is I went through every single console and it just had a list, So therefore, that's how I added so many to my wish list. With Gameye, all you got to do.
Here it is. Quarantine's the expensive one. It's new 165, loose 89, and complete in box is 135. The big difference with complete in box is that it has each one of these specific ones has a DVD in it, and that is actually where you get a lot of your price. That's actually the main reason why I'm buying it, because it's a story that you cannot get. So I really want them. Now,
as far as the loose cart scanner, they don't have GBA yet, so you do have to look that up. Like I have Final Fantasy VI Advanced. Of course, we talked about on the last episode. Brand new, $82, complete in box, 54, loose, 25. So you know what? Let's go over here to the encyclopedia. Let's go over to my filter.
So I just pulled up Earthbound.
I looked that up earlier.
$168 loose.
It's gone down a little bit.
Complete in box, $590. New, $2,000.
It's gone down a little bit. Complete in box, it was $800.
Yeah, but the loose card is still up there because I remember what was the last time we saw it? It was like 120 at our disc replay.
The last time I saw it was 180.
Oh wow, I didn't see that one. Yeah, this is a really good tool. I like this tool a lot. I will be implementing this in immediately.
Oh, trust me. This weekend, I'm going to be back in the game room, and I'm going to be pretty busy putting this to use and scanning all my games and getting them in. Some of the barcodes, as I said, did not want to work because I tried to scan Super Mario Maker.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Xenoblade Chronicles X went right in. Yeah, weird.
It's not showing medieval.
It's because you sure spelled it right?
Mm-hmm. I'm looking.
Let's go over here. Let's go to select platform and go to PlayStation. CMI. Is there another name for it?
That's just medieval. Here we go. I'm in the mega. Medieval right here. Oh. Medieval. There it is. 26. Ooh, I got a good deal on that. I got $6 under. Hell yeah. And mine's complete in box actually, so it's 33.
Yeah. And don't you have both of them now?
No, you have two. I have two. You have one.
I see. Yeah, I just thought that was a really cool thing.
It's a very good tool, and it will be utilized because I've been complaining that I look up games and it's like, like at our disc replay and stuff, I really don't look up prices on those because I know that they're good. But when you buy a lot from people, or you're planning on buying lots, a lot of times they'll give you games and you're like, oh, that looks good. And I remember it's only $2 and you overpay.
All right, so there's my 2 Resident Evils. And this one I wrote down. I put notes about it. Where is it? I put note.
You sure it's that one? Maybe it's the other one.
Yeah, because I wrote which one I had the manual for. Oh, wait.
You wrote in the wrong one.
Oopsies. Sashis.
Anywho, yeah, this is a great tool. I will definitely be using this. It's pretty neat.
Check out how much my Persona 5 is worth now.
Ooh.
I know. I only got it for like 72, and it's like 95. Actually, I think it was about 90, wasn't it? So it's not that much more. So it's still pretty new. Anyway, guys, that is my only pickup.
That's a good pickup. The only pickups I got were like controller chargers. Yeah. Slim ones so that I can fit all my controllers kind of on my stand, and one that will charge DualShock or the DualShock 3 and DualShock 4.
I haven't been buying games. I even went to Disc Replay today and looked around. There wasn't anything I really wanted. Nothing that, and even stuff I did find, I'm like, I want to buy that one day. It's super cheap. They did have Killer Instinct. I don't have that yet for the original.
I'd like to get it for the Game Boy. That's what I had it for. Black and white, baby.
I want to get that because it's only like $10. They did have Mario Kart 64.
Yeah.
$30. Let's use that app and see how much Mario Kart 64 is worth. Mario Kart. It's 2. Is it 2 words or 1? Is Mario Kart 2 words? Oh wait, I'm searching my collection. That's why I'm not used to that yet.
Mario Kart 64 right here. 36 loose.
Hey, and it was $29.99, so a little bit under what it's going for online. Sometimes it's also like it might even be a couple of dollars cheaper. They're funky like that where they'll put it out and they'll put it out, and as soon as they put it out, the price has gone down within their system.
This is a good app. I like this app a lot.
I knew you would love it. As soon as I found it, I went and tried it out, and then I went and then I got Caitlin's phone just so I could download it on there to make sure it was worked in a similar manner.
Right.
That way I could talk about it today on the show.
It's yeah.
You're excited.
Yeah, because I can keep track of stuff. I'm horrible at keeping track of it. Even I do remember most of the time what I have, but then you see like RE2.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I had it, and I didn't have the case, and I was like, I'm buying it. It's $10.
Thankfully, it's like, your collection isn't as grandiose in some aspects.
Yes.
Like, my PS1 collection is outrageous right now.
Yes.
It's honestly more than I ever thought I would collect for it. So when I start thinking, a lot of the big ones I know. But if I'm looking for smaller stuff, more tuned to like smaller, cheaper games that I'm filling out stuff with, it's like I think I would remember owning Jersey Devil. Did you ever play Jersey Devil?
No.
Because I remember being pretty stoked and I found it because I've never seen that game out. I've only ever found it once and I bought it. I keep hitting this mic, dude. Every episode we do, I smack the mic. You can check the app out later.
I know. I was looking for Ash vs. Evil Dead. I don't even see it on here.
Did you look up?
Oh, no. Wait. I'm sorry. It's not the way it is.
No, Ash vs. Evil Dead is like is like the show.
Yeah.
It should be like
it's
Evil Dead.
It's Evil Dead. Evil Dead right here. Fistful of boomstick. I got it for $6-7.
Yeah, 10.
Yep. But mine's complete, so it's actually a little 14. All right. Anyways, to news.
Yeah. Well, we are going to we're gonna go to E3 because I have this here, and so now they have updated all of the times for when stuff starts. Okay.
Yay.
All of this is in specific standard time, so we're gonna have to do some conversion to figure out what time it is here. So, EA is first. Well, wait. Yes. EA is first, and it's Saturday, June 10th. So the E3 conferences start starting on Saturday. And the pre-show starts at 11:30, and the conference time is at noon Pacific. So then, if it's noon, you got to go Mountain, Central, Eastern. So noon, 1, 2, 3. It'll be 3 o'clock here when that starts. Next up is Microsoft. They are Sunday at 2. So that'll be what? Plus 3 was at 5. Mm-hmm. That 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be 5 o'clock Sunday evening. Bethesda sucks because Bethesda is next. They're at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's midnight here.
What the hell?
I will be asleep.
What day is that on?
That is on Sunday night. Yeah. We're going to have to watch Bethesda later.
Yeah.
Then on Monday morning, it's the PC Gaming Show at 10 o'clock. That's, again, Pacific Standard Time. So that would be like 1 o'clock over here. Ubisoft is then after that at 1 o'clock Pacific. So that would be like, 2, 3, 4 o'clock over here.
Right.
And then...
I'm trying to pull up the same thing you've got.
And then Sony is a Monday night at 9 here. It's 6 o'clock over there. Then Nintendo is on Tuesday morning at 9 p.m. over there. So it'd be like noon over here.
Right. Mine won't load.
Haha.
I know it's taking forever. I'll let it load.
Stupid iPhone.
I know.
So with that being said...
You're taking all my bandwidth.
With that being said, I do have a few notes, not a lot.
Okay.
So basically, what we're going to do, guys, is that we are going to go through each. We're going to go through each major one, and then we are going to go through after that, and do the third party. We're just going to bundle third party together.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Microsoft. They're the first one. And we're going to go through what we expect them to talk about.
Okay.
And any possible surprises. So based on rumors, based on everything else, it's almost a shoo-in for me to think about that they're going to talk about Scorpio.
Yes.
And I think we're going to get an official name.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to get a price point. And I think we're going to get a release. And I think we're going to get titles that are going to take advantage of the 4K that it brings.
Yep. I agree.
Basically, I feel like since they're launching it in November, there are a couple of gaming things going to happen in between there and in the fall for when they're going to launch it. But I honestly think since they announced it last year, they're going to lead in this year with, boom, here's the name, here's the price point, here's what it is, here's what all the games look like in 4K, here's all the games that are either coming out or are coming out.
Here's Halo 4K. Well, that's what we're going to see.
Hold on. Here are the games that have come out already that they're going to be updated to 4K. And here is your first look at a launch title that also supports 4K, Forza 7.
Yeah.
It is time for another Forza main entry. The last one came out in 15.
Right.
And was that right? Forza 6 came out in 15? Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Because they came out with that blue Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That I really wanted, but.
Rob got it.
What did I do?
Dude, it is nice.
It's nice. It looks cool. I like it.
Rob and Torres got one, both.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the rumor has been running rampant that Microsoft has got like exclusive rights to a big AAA game. What I mean is that like not exclusive to the system, but like kind
first dibs.
First dibs, maybe at like not even like maybe probably like DLC content.
Okay.
Kind of like how PlayStation has had with Call of Duty for a while, and how Call of Duty used to have with Xbox.
You don't think it's going to be a limited time release like the Microsoft having Tomb Raider?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think this is too big of a game to tie it down to that. Okay. But DLC, they'll do that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They've done it all the time.
Assassin's Creed. I think that is going to be the one. It makes sense. They got a new game coming out.
Right.
And if they bundle it with the Xbox first for DLC first, basically the game's going to sell like hotcakes probably no matter which one it's on.
Right.
Because not only because it's Assassin's Creed, but it's the first game in like a little while.
Right. Yep.
And then so if you're
hopefully it doesn't
suck.
Well, not really suck, but it actually runs. Let's hope it runs.
We'll see. Yeah, Unity didn't run. Syndicate, from everything I heard, it was good. It was just another one.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the thing. Don't get me wrong. Assassin's Creed, the Ezio trilogy is phenomenal.
Yes.
We know this, but now they're too repetitive. It's saying you're not bringing in any massive game changing aspects
other than what they did with Black Flag.
Yeah, Black Flag. That was the ship thing. Like I told you before, and I think I've said it on here before. I didn't even do any of them. I literally hit the boat and I was gone. That's all I ever did.
A lot of people did that. I think they're going to talk about Xbox Game Pass, which is available for Gold subscribers right now. Have you seen the library for that yet?
I have yet to see the library.
All right, because I saw it the other day, and we'll talk about that just here real quick. I'll look it up. Xbox. No, darn it. I ended up hitting enter. Xbox Game Pass library or list games, whatever. Where is it? Every Xbox One, 360, Xbox Live currently available. So this is put up by Eurogamer just a few days ago. Here we are. Are you ready, my friend?
I am ready to go.
Idarb, A Kingdom for Keflings, A World of Keflings, Age of Booty. Those are Xbox Live games. Mm-hmm. Idarb was an indie game that came out. It was like a weird Atari-looking soccer game. It was pretty popular for streaming. Banjo-Kazooie, Bolts and Nuts and Bolts, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Bionic Commando, Rearmed 2, Bioshock Trilogy.
There you go.
Blood Bowl 2, Bound by Flame, Braid, Brothers Tale, Tale of Two Sons, Capcom Arcade Cabinet, Castle Storm, Cosmic Jumper, Comic Zone, that's a Sega game, or it was the old Genesis. D4, Dark Dreams, Don't Die, Dark Void, De Blob 2, Defense Grid 1 and 2, Dig Dug, DMC, the Devil May Cry remake.
Right.
Double Dragon Neon, Dungeons and Dragons, Chronicles of Mysteria, Electronic Super Joy, Fable 3, Farming Simulator 15,
Ooh.
Final Fight, Double Impact, Flock, Galaga, Gears of War 1, 2, 3, Judgment, and Ultimate Edition. So all the 360 ones plus the Xbox One remake of or remaster of 1. Grid 2, Halo 5 Guardians, Halo Spartan Assault, Hexic 2, Iron Brigade, Jetpack Refuel, Joe Danger 2 the movie, Joyride Turbo, Jump Jet Rex, Cameo, Night Squad, King of Fighters 98, KYUB, Layers of Fear, Lego Batman, Lumo, Mad Max was that new one that came out a couple years ago. Massive Chalice, Max, The Curse of the Brotherhood, Mega Coin Squad, Mega Man Legacy Collection, Metal Slug 3, Monday Night Combat, Ms. Explosion Man, MX vs. ATV Reflex, N+, NBA 2K16, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, Operation Flashpoint, Ollie Ollie, Pac-Man Championship Edition, Pac-Man Museum, Payday 2, Perfect Dark 0, Pumped BMX 0, Resident Evil 0, Pumped BMX Plus, Resident Evil 0, Roundabout, Sacred 3, Saints Row 4, Re-Elected, Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space, Sam & Max Save the World, Samurai Showdown 2, Scream Ride, Sega Vintage Collection, Aux Kid & Co., same Sega Vintage Collection, The Golden Axe, and then Monster World, Streets of Rage, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, Soul Calibur 2 HD, Spelunky, Splosion Man, Stacking, Steriden, Strider. Strider is that one that came out for Plus. That's a great game. Sunset Overdrive. That was that newer Xbox One game that was like it was made by Insomniac.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Super Mega Baseball, Super Time Force, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Terraria, The Book of Unwritten Tales, The Golf Club, The Maw, The Swapper, Toy Soldiers Cold War, Virtua Fighter 5, Viva Pinata, Trouble Paradise, WWE 2K16, and XCOM, Enemy Within.
It's a very large list.
For $9.99 a month, you get access to all of those titles. It is like Netflix for games.
It's a great idea.
I think it's a very decent launch.
It is.
Because they're not going to want to pay to get too much crazy stuff for a launch. I mean, they put enough of your Xbox exclusive in there. Like, if you still don't own Halo, this is a great... I feel like this is great if you don't buy a whole lot of games per year.
Right.
Like, if you don't have the money to go out and shell out and buy a new game every couple months, spending $10 a month and you get Halo, you get Gears, you get, WWE, you get NBA, you get the BioShock. All the
BioShock's a good one.
I mean, that's awesome. And of course, it's all Xbox One, Xbox 360 live games. Great. I think they're going to talk about that and push that, and maybe announce more.
Yeah.
Like, hey, guess what? We got blah blah blah. Or, we got Call of Duty, the last one that came out.
Right.
So let's go back to surprises. I think we're going to see Halo 6 trailer, and I think it's going to be. Hey, guess what? This is Halo 6 running on 4K.
Now, here's the question: are they going to say Scorpio only?
No.
I don't think that's a good move for them. I think they should wait.
I think it's going to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen yet. Because I think it's inevitable that eventually, because apparently originally they said that it's going to be held back by X amount. Now the rumor is that they're saying, go, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Make this thing go. And so now they're still pushing the games have to run on both. But if a developer comes to them and says, we have a AAA game that we want to make the Scorpio run it at this, Xbox One is holding it back, they're going to say, do it.
Yep.
Because,
why wouldn't you at this point?
If you had 60 million Xbox Ones in the market, I would say no. But if you only have 30 to 35, wherever they're at now, in comparison to like what the PS4 is, at some point you go, we're pushing this new one.
Yep.
We need to have people buy this new one. This is the next... You don't want to say the word generation, but it kind of is.
It is. It's like a 3-4 step. Like I feel like the PS4 Pro is a half step.
Yeah.
It's a half step. It's, hey, look, we can do it in 4K, but we have to patch it.
See, and there's full potential for the Scorpio to be the next full step.
It is. There is.
I mean, from what I'm understanding, this thing could be powerful.
We'll see.
Sony. What do I expect Sony to show? Because Sony's been unpredictable last couple of years for what they're going to show. I think we're going to see Gran Turismo Sport.
Yeah, better.
Because that's supposed to come out this year, right?
Yes.
So I think we're going to see it. I think they're going to talk about the Uncharted DLC that's coming out. I think that's where we're going to see Call of Duty World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to see another God of War trailer / release window. I think they're finally going to give a window for that.
Okay.
Not a date, but maybe they'll say, fall 2018.
Right. Yeah, no dates. It'll just be a...
Gran Turismo, we might get a release date on that. Just depending. And also, I think Sony is where we're going to see the trailer, the full-on trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2.
I agree. But we may not, because I have a feeling that they are leading us on about how much they have completed of The Last of Us 2. I think that at some point they're going to kind of do what they did last time, where it's just kind of be like, the thing's over. You think it's over, and then it's going to be bloop. What is this? And then
it's gameplay.
It's gameplay. I think we're going to see we better see a little bit of gameplay. I hope.
See, okay. If they're not ready, I don't want to see anything more until we're getting closer.
Right.
Absolutely. I don't want them to do what Square does and go announce it in 2013, and here we are in 2017. Still don't have a game.
What game are you talking about?
Probably Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Probably, 7 was the next year. That was in 14, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why I didn't say any of those is because we already got some news on those saying that within the next 3 years they hope to have those games out. The also news with that is that they're probably going to put them out whether or not they're done or not. Just like what happened with 15. The other thing is that the rumors going around is that Kingdom Hearts may take the Hitman model and make it chapter-based, where you have to get each chapter separately to make a full game. Apparently, they really like that, and it worked well for them. And it's like making it easier to develop in stages like that, which is one reason why we're seeing 7 done that way, with splitting the game into 3 parts.
Here's the thing, I don't mind that, but I understand upgrading it and making it run a little bit better and stuff. But if they start changing the battle system and start changing things in it, I'm gonna be pissed, because I want one game. And I want to be able to play it from beginning to end, and not say, well, I really don't want to play the first chapter of this because it doesn't feel right.
Well, no. What they did with Hitman is that they released chapters and levels.
Right.
So,
I know that. But.
So the Hitman game is the game, and each level they're taking the same engine, they're just adding, and they're instead of releasing the full game at once, they're putting all their development time on this map, doing all you can on this, and then they release that, and then they move to the next one.
Right. I'm just saying, I hope that they don't.
We'll see. Yeah, yes, I hope they don't as well, and that's why I don't think we're going to see anything. Also, with 7, we talked about this. The last episode was our Final Fantasy episode.
Mm-hmm.
They have officially moved development from 7 away from third party, and it's back in internal on Square.
Yeah, it better be.
Well, they had farmed it off to a third party with key people overseeing it.
Right.
Now they've moved it back over, saying they want to completely control the project 100%, and they're putting out a massive basically hiring thing, saying they're bringing in people to try and work on.
Here's the problem with Square, and we both know this. They can't figure out what game they want to work on. They start on this one, they come back to this one, then they go to this one, they go to this one, they go to this one. That's why it took, how long did they release 15?
It was like 10 years on it.
11 years. Pick a game, Square. I don't care which one. Kingdom Hearts, you're behind on. Stop what you're doing. Finish Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Well, okay, I have no doubt that they're going balls to the wall on Kingdom Hearts, and when that gets done, then the rest of that team's going to go. The reason, okay, I have a hypothesis, and I could be completely wrong about this. Now that 15 is out and there's only a few more DLCs to come out for that.
Right.
I feel like they took people who were working to help fix and patch up 15. You're working on 7.
They need to all be, yeah.
Or you guys are going to 7, and then so now we're going to bring development back over here. We have the people to work on 7. We need more people because we don't want to take away from Kingdom Hearts to work on 7 because these guys are already going. These guys are Kingdom Hearts is moving.
Right.
But they have the same director.
Right.
So the same guy is managing both projects. He's going to be focusing more on this to get Kingdom Hearts out first. Because it doesn't make any sense to put 7 out first when Kingdom Hearts has been announced for like 4 years.
Right.
And, well, I mean, 7's been announced for 3 years, but still.
The thing is that they jump around. I mean, I understand that they've got like quite a few titles that they put out and stuff a year, but they need to set focus. They rely on one guy to oversee 2 or 3 different projects, and you can't have him. He needs to solely work on Kingdom, and that needs. I think it's what
he's doing because the guy who originally directed 7 is the producer on 7 on this.
Yes.
One. So he is the one who put out the call for the hiring. I think he's sort of taking charge of 7.
Okay.
Not directing it, but he's taking charge of getting this thing going while the lead is over here micromanaging Kingdom, looking over here going, okay, what are you guys doing? Cool. Going back over here.
Right.
As
long as it's in his idea frame.
Right. I feel like he still talks to Nomura.
Yeah.
And says, this is what we're doing, and then he's got to put a stamp on it or say no.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he has to be putting a lot of focus on Kingdom. That's why I didn't say either one of those games, because unless there's a huge big update that we haven't got, because we just got that news last week.
Yeah, there won't be anything on that.
Now, last year they showed us a new game. What's that zombie game they released? Trailer for. Do you remember that?
No.
It was made by crap. It was a company that worked on the PSP Siphon Filter.
The Days
Gone.
Days Gone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do remember. That looked interesting.
We'll see. We might get more of that. I think we're gonna see more VR stuff.
I agree.
But as far as surprises, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna see as far as surprises
from Sony.
I don't know.
I really like to see the surprise of here is Last of Us 2. Here's some gameplay, even if it's just a very small chunk. I want to see what's going on because that was my surprise. That was a surprise hit for Sony. Like it was.
Was that PSX?
Yeah, and it was just The Last of Us, as we've said, is where Resident Evil should have went. Yeah. It was phenomenal game. I mean, it was only 9 hour game, but
The Last of Us was a little bit longer now.
Somewhere around that, but you felt a part of the world. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like about it. But anyways,
all right. So I've got
who's next?
Nintendo.
Oh, the Direct.
Yeah, So we already know. We've already talked about this. Splatoon 2 is going to be talked about.
Oh yeah.
They're going to talk about Mario Odyssey, and they're going to talk about ARMS.
Yep.
I think ARMS comes out soon. Does that come out in June?
I don't know.
I think they're going to show some 3DS stuff. Maybe.
Because
they got the new 2DS coming out in July. They want to say, "Hey, we got a new thing."
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to see too many new games from Nintendo.
Well, and we'll see. They have Pikmin coming out. I know they like to just focus on certain stuff, but I think we might just get a trailer. We'll get something.
But I don't think we're going to see anything new that we don't already know. It's not going to be like, "Hey, boom, here's some Metroid."
If there is a surprise,
it better be Metroid.
No.
Nintendo, you better make a Metroid.
If there is a surprise this year that we don't know about, that would come out potentially this year or early next for the Switch, they might pull the trigger on Pokemon on the Switch.
That would be their best.
Whether or not it's a port of what came out last year,
yeah,
or whether or not it is like a new title that has been in development, I don't know.
A new title would be good because that would be the first true, quote unquote, true home console Pokemon.
Home console / portable.
Portable, right? But it would be not, and we're not talking about Pokemon Stadium or any of that. Mm-mm. We're talking about a Pokemon game.
Yeah, dude, I had third party written down, but I don't know what I did with it.
What
to do? But I do know. I think we're so for third party.
We didn't get through Bethesda.
That's third party.
That's the one I want.
Bethesda, EA, Ubisoft, and Square.
All right, let's start with EA.
I think we're going to see the next Need for Speed.
Yes.
I
hope they follow the trend of the last one because it's great.
I think we're definitely going to see Star Wars.
Oh yeah, you have that has to come
this year. So they're going to spend a lot of time on that. EA, well, you'll see your sports, FIFA, Madden, stuff like that. But I think Battlefront and Need for Speed are probably going to be the big two on that end because they're not putting out another Titanfall that just came out last year, and they're not putting out another shooter.
Nope.
There might be some smaller stuff, maybe. We
might see a couple surprises, maybe at least one.
It kind of sucks because with the announcement of Mass Effect being on ice, they can't do that would be the perfect time to do. Hey, here's Mass Effect the story.
Right,
DLC.
but it's on ice right now.
But if they're not doing anything more with it, then
right,
who knows? Bethesda.
Okay, Bethesda. I have a theory. I think that we're going to see a little bit of the New Vegas.
You think? See, that's my surprise.
I think we're going to see that, but I think that we're going to get a little, like a teaser of next Elder Scrolls. That would be the ballpark hit for me because they're taking out the New Vegas. That's going out to somebody else.
Yeah. Just like last time.
Obsidian
worked on that.
So then you can, and they did a great job. But we're looking at the best case scenario is what are they working on? I mean, Fallout's already out.
It's been out for a while. Okay, so when they did Oblivion, that came out in 2007.
Yep.
And then Fallout 3 came out in 2009.
I'm thinking
or 8 or.
I'm thinking the big show is.
And then
hey guys.
Skyrim came out in 11. Yeah. And then Fallout 4 came out in 15.
It's time.
So it's either time to announce it because it's not going to come out this year. It'll come out
No.
If
that, I'm thinking if
we may get a teaser on it.
I think we're gonna get. That's what I'm saying. I think a teaser, but
like those two, I think are going to be the shockers. I think it's going to be like new Fallout, New Vegas 2.
Yep.
And it's going to be like one more thing, and we're going to get a little thing, and it's going to be like, oh, here it is, Elder Scrolls 6. You know.
Yep. That's what they got to do.
Here's what they're going to come out with. I feel, Evil Within 2.
Yeah.
I think it's time to make another one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's made by the guy who made Resident Evil. And Wolfenstein. I think they're making another Wolfenstein.
You think Wolfenstein would be it?
Maybe.
That'd be interesting.
Well, because you got to think about all the different properties that they own.
Yep.
And Bethesda originally said they're not going to do one of these if they don't have stuff to bring.
Right.
They're not going to put out the money to do this big showcase if they don't have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, they'll just throw it in with like Sony or Microsoft.
Right.
I mean, that's the smart move.
If they've only got a couple. But here's the thing is that last year they had, what was that? Was it Doom? And you had Dishonored. And you had Elder
Dishonored
Scrolls
2.
Remastered.
Yep.
And then you had, a Fallout DLC still coming out.
Yep.
And so they had some stuff to talk about. So this year it's like, all those games, the developers working on those games have now gone on to other stuff.
Oh, another thing I think we'll see, and I'm fucking glad it'll happen. Fallout 4 collectors or the
Game of the
Year edition.
It better happen. It needs to.
It needs to. That's what I'm waiting for. I want to play the DLC. But I definitely don't want to buy the DLC. I don't like having it digitally like that because what happens if I don't like it. I don't like it. But I want to see that. That's what I need to see. The Fallout, they're seeing like Fallout New Vegas. We know New Vegas 2. We know that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Yeah. But they need to have the Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition, and then I want to say like a 30-second trailer of like Skyrim, or not Skyrim, of Elder Scrolls 6. You kind of don't know what you're seeing. You're just watching. You're like, what is this? I don't understand. And then right at the end, boom, there it is. And you're like,
boom, logo.
Yep. Boom, logo out.
And then it's like fall 2018.
Yep.
Maybe. I have no doubt that that's probably going to be a 2019 game.
I want to feel like that's going to be a spring 19.
You would hope. But
I'm okay with that.
But with games, it's hard to tell. Sometimes
sure.
they get pushed back for small or big reasons. Ubisoft. I think they're going to Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
If that's coming out this year, they're going to hit you with Assassin's Creed. South Park, it's not out yet, so they're going to hit with that one more time. Since that's October. It's coming out finally.
Right.
So those two, I think, are going to be your big hitters for
Far Cry?
They're going to do Far Cry.
I say you got Far Cry.
They're going to do Far Cry 5. However, they got a release date for that. That's in February next year.
Yes, that is. I actually saw that. It was up.
So they're going to talk about Far Cry and what's going on with that. I had another one I thought of. Shoot.
I'd really like to see another Primal. Far Cry Primal. That was a really good game.
We didn't even talk about Destiny 2. That's coming out this year.
Is it actually officially coming out this year?
Yes. So that'll be shown probably at Sony.
You think Sony would take that?
Well, Sony has partnered with Activision and Bungie to do the DLC first.
That's true.
So yeah,
it
we'll
will be.
That. And then hey, that's also Activision as well. So we'll probably.
You think you'll see more? Because they do that. But who's going to drop it? That's the question. Who's going to drop it?
Never mind. That'll just be a PlayStation.
Okay.
That'll be a PlayStation, and maybe you get another trailer throughout the event. With Ubisoft, I was thinking maybe we'll get like the first hint and the first drop of the next Division.
Yeah, maybe.
But it all depends. It all depends on where they're at. But I'm thinking that Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, South Park, those are going to be the ones that they're going to be going in with, the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
For our surprises, I don't know. They just revealed their new logo today or yesterday. It's honestly just sort of a laid back,
an updated version of what they have.
Yeah, but then I did see like an '80s version, and I don't know if that was like a joke or if that was like the actual like alternative logo. Yeah, that's the logo now. But that's that's the logo now.
Right.
But then if you no, wait, scroll back down. Nope, too far. You go too fast. That
nice.
one.
Yeah, the UBI. UBI.
Click on this. Click it.
It won't click. Well, here, look.
Wait, is that the original logo?
Look, they've got it right here. That's what you're looking at?
Yeah. Ubisoft, and then you have the 90s logo. Because, wait, hold on. 80s logo still what?
There's more pictures. Look, images.
No, I was reading something.
Oh.
Yeah, you idiot.
Well, you didn't say I was reading. You just said.
I was said 80s logo still their best.
Oh yeah, that's just somebody saying it's still the best.
Who else is there? Did we talk about?
I love the way they really tried really hard to make it so much different than the purple one.
It's the same logo.
Yeah, come on, guys. Really put some effort into this.
Hey, Nintendo's probably going to talk about the Zelda DLC. I just saw a picture of Link, and I'm like, yeah, they're probably going to talk about that. That comes out in July, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, really, there's not a whole lot. Unless somebody throws a curve at us. I'm really hoping for a lot of curves. Like 2014 had the curves where you were just floored.
Yeah, maybe not so much that.
I don't think it's going to be that this year, but I'd like to see some curves.
Legendary Pokemon and PvP coming soon to Pokemon Go. Probably in celebration of like the 1 year.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I mean, some people are still playing it.
I think they fixed the tracking system.
Did they?
Yeah, made it more what you want.
All right.
I don't really have anything else.
Here is the to close out. I don't have much else either. It'll be fun to talk about. Like the review. But
Gold versus
Plus for June. So today is June 1st. Today, of course, it'll be 8th next week by the time this comes out.
Right.
Okay, so PS Plus, we have Killing Floor 2. That retails at $40. Life is Strange, which is that is like an action. Or no, I'm sorry, that's like an adventure game.
Right.
A la Telltale. Heard it was really good. $20. Abyss Odyssey, WRC 5 FIA World Rally Championship. The first two are for PS4. The next two are for PS3. So the last two I said, and these last two are cross-buy. With PS4 Vita. That's Neon Chrome and Spy Chameleon are the cross-buy. Games of Gold, Speedrunners, Dragon Age Origins.
Winner! Ding, 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 ding. Take the rest away. There's your winner.
Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed 3, and then Phantom Dust.
Holy crap.
Phantom Dust is a Xbox
original Xbox.
Which they were remaking, and then they shelved it. Xbox has been like shelving a lot of stuff here lately.
But they've been making the right calls.
As far as because they also shelved that one Dragon.
That looked
game.
cool, but I mean, if they feel like it's not going, I mean, they can shelve it for a while and then revisit it, but I think that they're switching their focus in the right direction now.
I also wonder when the hell Cuphead's coming out. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That really like old school cartoony looking
Yeah.
game that was coming out for Xbox. I don't know when. I haven't heard anything about that in a while.
I don't know.
So it'll be really interesting to sit back and review in a week what happened, and then kind of how we thought each of the companies did and with the releases. I don't think that we're pretty far off with anything.
I think we're close.
Then again, they might throw some curveballs. I've heard rumors that Microsoft is going to have a killer E3 this year, and it's not going to be what we expect. I've heard that they might be looking at like doing more hardware stuff as far as like their big hitting stuff. Which with Scorpio and maybe with some other stuff, if they have other stuff planned, that could definitely be so. Especially if they don't have the next Halo ready and they don't have the next. I mean, Gears 4 just came out last year.
Right.
They're going to have Forza. They're going to have Forza.
Yeah.
It's going to look beautiful on the Scorpio. It's going to.
I wonder if it's going to be better looking than Sport.
Dude, last year when you saw Sport, on the 4K.
It was unbelievable the way it looked. It looked fantastic. I was super excited for it. I'm still just sitting here on the back burner like, all right, I'm waiting.
When's it coming out?
I'm going to buy it. But you got to tell me.
Wonder if there's a release date for that.
Tell me when, boys.
I wonder if there is a release date. I'm going to look it up really quick before we're done here.
Also, I've been out of touch with a lot of stuff here recently.
Initial release date, 2017, so we don't have a hard date.
Yeah, we still don't have a hard date. It was because there was rumors that it was supposed to be beginning of spring.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're at a beginning of spring and now in the summer now.
Yeah. Well, they did announce that they were pushing it back. I don't know. I can't remember when they did that, but I do remember earlier on, before spring, they said, we're pushing it back to the later of the year. Hopefully, it doesn't get pushed back further, because then it leaves Sony with just third-party stuff this year.
Yep.
As far as like going into the fall, and they really need.
They need it.
That's going to be a head-to-head look at. Is Forza 7, Scorpio, Sport for the Pro, and Levium, and see what's better.
Well, here's the thing. Here's a big thing also is that, as you said, how many Sony exclusive titles are coming out this year? How many exclusives coming out from Microsoft? Because we know that they're gonna announce the Halo. We know that Forza's gonna be somewhere. It has to be somewhere.
Forza 7's coming out this year.
So that's two.
They may even release it before the Scorpio.
Yeah.
I mean, they may release it in September, like how they usually do, and then say, "You already have it. Guess what?
It runs better.
It just needs an update."
But see, that's the thing. That you look at that, and it's like, where you at, Sony? I mean, Sport's been pushed back.
Sony also dropped the ball with what was that game called? You remember it, don't you? The other racer they were coming out with.
The other racer they coming out with.
Well, okay, so like you have Forza, and then PlayStation has had Gran Turismo. There was another racer that PlayStation was putting out, and they put it out, and it was completely broken. Do you remember that?
I'm gonna look it up.
God, what was that?
I'm gonna look it up.
Was it called Drive?
Oh, you're talking about Drive Club.
Drive Club.
Drive Club. Yeah, that's. They need to wash that. Just wash that. It ain't been good for a while.
Yeah, it just makes you wonder, because I mean, Horizon. We might get a Horizon DLC.
Right.
Look, because you got to think about sometimes. Not what is big new coming out. This is here's what's out and what we're adding to it.
Right.
And so like that's kind of hard to remember to think about, because I totally forgot that Horizon was out, and then that they're probably gonna do a DLC to add on to that story, and then so
that came out this year, didn't it? It did.
Well, yeah, you loved it.
Yeah, I always forget the timetable. Well, did it come out this fiscal year or last fiscal year?
Came out in March.
It'd be last fiscal year.
Yeah.
So technically,
came out last year. For them, it did.
But for the sales.
But since it's been out for just such a short time, they're going to show a DLC for that.
I'd like to see it, because I mean, immediately when they finished Horizon, they started Horizon 2. Same team. They just stepped right into it. That's what was said. So I would like to see.
It makes you wonder if like they didn't start the hardline development, or if like early development, and like the team is going to go work on like something else to refresh, because that's what we've talked about this before. That's what the Bethesda team does now.
Yeah.
You know, they do the Elder Scrolls, and they get that out of their system, and they go, all right, let's go see what we can do with Fallout. Let's take that and let's just go have fun with Fallout.
And now we're gonna have Doom in the cycle.
Well, Doom is developed by id.
Right, which they own.
Well, but I'm talking about the core Bethesda team that does Elder Scrolls Fallout, and they just
and Dishonored.
No, well, again, Bethesda owns that studio that does Dishonored.
Oh, okay.
Bethesda Studios only works on 2 games.
2 games, yeah.
And that's the core Elder Scrolls series, and that's the Fallout series now. And then they started that with 3, and they did 4. So they only done 2. New Vegas was Obsidian, and then with Elder Scrolls, of course, they've been working on that forever. But like since you had Oblivion, Fallout, Skyrim, Fallout, and now it's gonna be Elder Scrolls again. And so like they've been getting, then that's gonna come out, and they're gonna, when that's out, then and they're done supporting that, they're gonna turn around and go, what can we do with Fallout this time?
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with Elder Scrolls.
I'm so glad that you finally got into Fallout, because I'm like, you like the gameplay of Elder Scrolls. I'm like, it is that plus this.
The biggest thing, and I've said it before, is the shooting mechanic in Fallout 3. I played it and I was like, this is pretty cool. And then the shooting, because I was real hardcore into the first-person shooters, and it was like, I was like, what is this? What are you doing? And he would just, I can't aim like that. Physically, it meant it was. I meant.
If you ever went back now and tried it,
I probably would. I'd probably do it. Yeah.
Because you got to get past that mental block. Because since that's what you were really into, you were expecting everything to be up to that caliber.
Yeah.
And it's a different world now. It's a different world, because like first person shooters are still king, but now it's almost kind of like, if you're not Call of Duty or Battlefield now, it's hard to stay afloat. Titanfall didn't do very well.
Well, I mean, even with those, I mean, you're seeing a dramatic drop in the purchase of those specific games.
Yes.
Because you're seeing a lot of like other games are picking up and doing the first-person shooters. Maybe not up to that caliber, but they're on par enough
close
to where
enough.
You're like, yeah, I don't even care.
Well, that's what I felt about Fallout 4. Was that it was close enough.
I mean, look at the Borderlands games.
Oh yeah, come on.
I mean, come on. That would be a nice surprise.
You know what? Borderlands 3, that's actually something to think about. Who puts that out? Is that 2K? 2K puts out Borderlands.
I think so, yeah.
So then who publishes that? Is it just 2K and that's it?
2K Games.
Yeah.
Software and published by 2K Games.
Okay. So
developed by Gearbox Software.
So then you're looking at where, if we're getting a Borderlands 3, where does that fall? Who gets to reveal that? Is that Microsoft or Sony?
I want to say there's people really pushing Borderlands 3, Road to E3 2000, like the people are, it's that time for you again. Yeah, they're looking for it. But no. I think that their interaction with Sony has been better because they put it out on the Vita.
Mm-hmm. They did do it on the Vita.
And we don't have one for 3DS, which you can't really.
Vita could barely run it.
The Vita could barely run it, but we see it on the Vita. I feel like they might stick with them because they have the most consoles out currently.
That's
and then we'll see
easy.
Well, and then we'll see maybe next year, like if they say, "Hey, Borderlands 3 will come out." I think that they'll come out on both systems at the same time, but I think that Sony be the one that says, "Hey, look," because they're the one that has the real 4K hardware out on the market.
Well, okay, so if you look at like sometimes it's not even the like you get bonus stuff. It's some companies pay to get to be the system that said, "Hey, we have this."
Right.
So if you see the commercial on TV, it's usually backed by. This is what system it's on.
Right, it'll say the Sony, and then at the bottom it'll also on Microsoft.
Well, sometimes, but like for example, the Far Cry 5 trailer, they're partnering with Sony to promote that. So like it's like they have the little wonk little thing, and then it plays the Far Cry trailer, and then it does at the very end. It's advertising the PlayStation.
I mean, we might also, that might be an interesting thing. That might be a Microsoft, because they are making the right moves.
And if Microsoft paid for it, that would be.
I'll tell you right now, if Microsoft says on their Netflix style, what is that called?
Game Pass.
Game Pass. On Game Pass, if they announce at any time
Borderlands,
Borderlands, that's where it's going to be.
That could be.
I feel like that would be. That would work, but
all right, I think that's it. I think we are done for the show today. I don't think we have anything else because we have no pickups. That's pretty rare that neither one of us have a pickup.
All right, well, I got True Pickup.
Yeah, well, I just thought that was a really cool app.
Yeah.
I thought it was just really cool. At the end here, I kind of want to shout out to some of the podcasts that have been interacting with me on Twitter. Shout out to Robin Slim podcast and to the Minutia Men. They reached out and they gave us some love on Twitter. So
yes, thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. Really happy to have you guys leave us a positive review over on iTunes. And we urge and encourage anybody else who listens to us there to do that the same, man. Bump us up a little bit. Give us some reviews. Helps us out. And of course, besides iTunes, we're also on the Podbean app or on Stitcher Radio. We are on Google Play Music. We're also on the magical world of YouTube. We actually have a video this week instead of just pictures. Man, that sucked. That absolutely killed me. But I got the video done. It's up. They can see the games.
Kudos to you for taking the time to at least put some type of visual content.
Well, for the old videos, before we did video, I just put the logo up.
Right.
And it is what it is. Put it up. And if you're on your computer, put it in the background while you're doing other stuff, playing a game, whatever. But since we've been doing actual video, and people can do that here too, they don't need to see us. But we had it wasn't so much the fact that it was I have to put out visual content. It was I got all those games out.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have to put them all up, and I have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
So I took pictures of every single one of those games, put them in the video, and I'm so glad that this week we seemingly are recording video. We'll find out when I get home if everything took. I've been having problems with that memory card. It's been acting weird on me. And I don't know if it's just the camera, if I need to try some different memory card, but that's the biggest one I got. And
we don't really need one that big, do we?
Well, kind of.
Are we getting close? Did we get close, at least halfway?
Well, okay, it's because when you get for us, when you put a 16 gig in there, it's too close to for comfort for me. But when you put a 32 in, it's I got 4 hours. I got plenty.
Right.
Oh my!
I know, right?
You might not have to just take a pee break.
I had tacos.
Oh my!
I love tacos.
Tacos are good.
My wife makes some mean tacos.
You know who else makes mean tacos that she just loves?
Who? Taco Bell. Yeah, but she hasn't really been feeling Taco Bell, so we've been making tacos at home.
They have these little they're like chicken nuggets, but they're shaped like a tortilla chip. And they come with nacho cheese.
That's cool.
And you can get
maybe we'll go there tonight.
You can get 6-piece or 12-piece, and I think the 12-piece is only $4.
That's not bad.
Don't get me wrong, they're not the best chicken nugget thing in the world, but you get nacho cheese sauce.
That's
so
what
you can
matters.
If you take a nibble of it, this is pretty bland. Cheese it up. There we go.
Nacho cheese makes everything better.
It in fact does. Thank you guys for watching and listening to this episode. Make sure to check out all the other episodes and all the other things that we said. What?
What is your suggested game this week? On the spot.
You know what? I started playing because I haven't played anything here lately. Even Persona 5, I haven't had time. But there was a day last week where I didn't have time to dive into Persona because I was not battling anything. I'm just going to be talking and studying and doing all that stuff. I launched Final Fantasy VII on the PS4.
You launched it?
Well, I bought it.
Right.
I bought it it was on sale for half price. It's $15, $14. So I got it for $7.
Right.
It's when I had my Taxmas this year and I only had $60 left. I'm I'm buying 7 on PS4. That means I don't have to drag anything out. I don't have to load it on the PS3 or the Vita or anything like that. It's on the PS4.
Yep.
Definitely worth it if you've never played it. The graphics look very clean.
Very clean.
Very it's your same rendered background, sure, but your characters look super clean. Like they still look blocky as shit, but they look really smooth.
It's some smooth blocks. That color and those blocks are very vibrant.
You can cheat out of the gate on this.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Click both sticks down, no encounters.
No,
Why did you do that? Well,
I don't know. Yeah, I know. But I mean,
no.
The boss battles would blow.
especially if you never fought. Well, I think you can cheat even further. I think you can get like infinite gil. I don't know, dude. But there are trophies. There's a trophy for going on a date with Barrett. Yes. I looked it up.
Is there a trophy for each one? Because you can have Eris, Tifa, Barrett.
I think he was the trophy because he's the hardest to get.
I want them all.
There is a trophy for dying. Actually dying in a battle.
Any character or?
Oh, like full game over.
Oh.
So I don't know why.
A full wipe.
Yeah, there is a trophy for a full wipe.
You suck again. Go grind for 16 hours.
You didn't grind that much for that game. Anyway, yeah, I'll say that because as much as I played that game, it feels off because it's the PC version.
Right.
I've always played the PlayStation version, so it's like it just feels off.
It does.
But
I can see that.
So therefore, it's like I'm looking at it through a very critical nose. It's still the same game.
Right.
It's the exact same game. I didn't play it for super long. I was playing obviously the first bombing mission for the reactor, but
right.
I was playing through that, and it's the same freaking game. So yeah, I mean that's a super easy one to say, but I will specifically say. Like
that specific version.
Yeah, the PS4 version. Check it out. I mean, because you can get it on other versions too. I mean, I would probably recommend getting it on PS4 because you're more than likely going to have that version more than you would have a PS3.
Right.
So the game is still out there and available, and they're remaking it. And why not get this now, play through it, and then when the remake comes out, you can compare and contrast. How about yourself?
So. I looked it up on here. It's bad fit.
Be quiet, doggy. We're trying to recommend games.
Evil Dead.
Oh,
that game. If you like that style, like the 80s, 90s style horror movies, which I mean that's what we grew up on. I love them. They're great. He has a little. He's had a little sayings. It's actually him voicing it.
Yeah.
So it's funny and it is.
It feels legit.
It feels legit. I mean, it's on the Xbox. It's not the highest quality. It's not the smoothest game, but
it's early 2000s.
It's. You get the vibe. Like we're really big into Ash vs. Evil Dead. To me that is the best Evil Dead section. There is because it's hilarious and it's just great. I don't know what else to say about it. So this game, it makes you because we revisited it, we've watched it a couple times. Obviously, my wife is a massive fan.
I'd hope you liked it if you watched it more than once.
And playing the game, it just felt like the continuation. You know, it's good.
All right, well, I think we can end the show now.
All right.
You cut me off right at the end of the show. I had the show over.
I know, but I like to keep the traditions alive.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about it.
Since we broke a tradition this time, I didn't want to break two.
Well, we've broken that recommending. I
Yeah,
kind of forgot all about it before.
Yeah,
anyway, thank you guys for watching and listening to us. If you do so, please leave us some love on all our social media. We're on JIC Podcast on Twitter. I'm active on there, sharing our stuff. I'm sharing other podcasts too, and interacting with those guys over there. So that way, I'm trying to hey. Go check these guys out. Go check these guys out, and then they do the same for me too, for us, and they spread our podcast around. We're on Instagram where I post some clips and need to start posting some more pictures of the collections and whatnot. Maybe when I'm cataloging stuff, I'll try and take more pictures of.
That's a good idea.
Of my collection where I just set the game out, take a picture of it, and then next game take a picture of it, whatever.
I might bombard you on email.
Well then,
be like here.
You can do it yourself.
I know.
You can do all this yourself. Just give it to your wife. She'll do it for you.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I'll put some more pictures and actually share the collection. One of these days I want to do a video. It's gonna have to be at my house, but where we catalog, because we've done a PS1 retrospective video.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take my entire PS1 collection, put it on the table, and we'll go through every single game.
That'll be a couple hours.
It will be. It's a good thing that all of our podcasts are about that long.
I think it'd be longer than 2 hours.
It might be.
You were looking at 3.
I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on Andretti Racing, so we want to talk about that.
It's a great game.
I can tell you when and where I got it, kind of. But that's about it. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching and listening. We will see you later.